I don't know if they are in tune with their feelings. And I say this to a lot of Aquarius, and I'm speaking to myself. It's okay to feel. Hi everyone, welcome. So this is intuitive based, it's not fact based, please don't treat it as such. Today I'm going to be doing a video about Jordan Cheyenne, and you know, if you don't know too much about her, I'm going to cut it really short, so I recommend finding out more about it. But she was a YouTuber that was found with her child, kind of coercing her child to make a thumbnail. It was caught after she was supposed to edit out that part. She called it a blooper. I don't think it was a blooper, because a blooper is when you make a mistake, like when you mess up. But this seems to me like a part of a deeper issue. Now, I did funny when I saw this, because I was watching it, I was watching people said about it, but when I watched it, I was like, I bet you she's an Aquarius. I'm an Aquarius, and I was raised by an Aquarius, and I strongly believe that the Aquarius that raised me has narcissistic tendencies. And I think a lot of this is insight into single narcissistic mothers, that oftentimes it's just the child and that person or the siblings, and they have to deal with this person. So, you know, lots of people are like, oh, single parents are great and so forth. Yeah, some are, but to me, especially because I was raised by one, I would prefer to have the person. I mean, granted, if you can't, that is not everybody can, but out of choice, if in my opinion, if you can, I would prefer to have two parents for the child in case I mess up, because we are human, and so that the child has more of a support system. Because I'm really concerned about this child. I feel like they don't have that much of a support system. And I've seen a lot of people say, well, I've seen channels do worse, but this is just a snippet into emotional abuse that goes on that I've had to heal from. And I just wonder where the dad is, and if he can intervene somehow. Somebody, I believe, needs to intervene. So I'm going to use the tarot to pull energies from past, present and future to give you a tarot take on the situation. Please make sure you subscribe, like the video, comment, let me know what you think. I love the discussions we've been having lately. I'm actually going to post the comments about the last videos I've been doing. Comment section has been popping, and I absolutely love it. So thank you. Okay, her past. So I get Six of Pentacles, the Sun, and King of Swords. So she seems very money oriented, and from what I can see, especially with Six of Pentacles, she seems very money oriented, King of Swords. And this is the dark side of Aquarius. You know, it's something that I've had to heal within myself. Sometimes we can be very toxic positive, where we're like, and I saw a snippet of it when she did the video, where it's like, just think yourself out of bad situations. You know, if you're feeling a certain way, just think yourself out of feeling that way. But I have learned, especially because I was raised by somebody who enforced that, and I was like, don't think, don't feel, you know, just do, and as long as you do it, you will evolve out of it. And what's very damaging about that message, I think a part of it has good intentions, but it's also lazy parenting, because children feel. And what this is, in my opinion, giving to the child. And I had some scarring like this too, some emotional scarring like this, where it's telling the child that you either have to seek attention if you have a feeling, or their feelings are invalid. And I would encourage her child, I mean, this is really a sad situation that we saw this, and I mean, she has received a lot of backlash, but instead of the judgment, I would want to see if there was a chance that we could save this child, because he's going to have to go through intense therapy to heal from what he has been through. I can just feel it already, because she's very money focused and very me focused. And with the sun, she's another dark side of Aquarius, like I said, the toxic positivity. And she was like, no matter how much time you think about, no matter how much you positive thinker, I'm paraphrasing, but the gist of it was like, no matter how much you know about manifesting and so forth, like, what does an angel know about manifesting? And I think that's another dark side about Aquarius as parents, is that a lot of the time Aquarius parents will treat their children as adults, and they forget and they neglect that their children need fundamentals that they can't give themselves. And the fundamental that an 8-year-old can't give themselves is validating their feelings and emotions. So for the present, I get Three of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, and the Devil. Okay, so I have a strong feeling she's on the search to be in a relationship. I don't know too much about her. I do know my old roommate used to love her and used to follow her a long time ago when I used to live in New York. She loved her. And that's another thing about Aquarius. Like, we either have people, just like with, her energy reminds me so much of Tati Westbrook. And I will mention other Aquarius that tend to do this. Oprah, Ellen, in my opinion, Jennifer Aniston, Tati Westbrook. They're very polarizing because they kind of fake their way through life, if that makes any sense. I don't know if that resonates, but I have a strong feeling that she's so interested in having the life, like the face of the life, the perfect boyfriend, the perfect husband. I can clearly see she's on the hunt for a husband, and that might be why she deactivated all her stuff, because it has an impact on her image. She's very money oriented and image oriented. So for future, I get 6 of Swords, 7 of Cups, and Knight of Cups. I have a strong sense that she might move to avoid any backlash. She will be back. I get 6 months, she will be back. So I'm recording this in September, October, November, December, January, February, March. In March, the springtime, she'll be back. Maybe sooner to kind of test the waters, but she'll definitely, just like Tati Westbrook. And I don't know if you saw my thoughts on Tati Westbrook. I'm not a fan at all, because I get the same energy here. It's all about image. Even the way that they cry, it's very like, just like, poor me, Meanwhile, I don't know if they are in tune with their feelings. And I say this to a lot of Aquarius, and I'm speaking to myself. It's okay to feel. You're not less of a person if you feel. You're not less of a person if you are human. And I feel like a lot of Aquarius think they're above other people, and I used to be like this too, think that they're above other people, so what applies to others doesn't apply to them. And that's the kind of God complex that people talk about with Aquarius, that I strongly feel here, because King of Pentacles, she wants money, very, very money hungry. I haven't done a reading on anybody this money hungry. I've done a lot of readings, but poor child. Oh my gosh. So 2 of Cups, 2 of Swords. Okay, so she is going to be in a new relationship, but when she emerges, it's going to be like a fake. She's gonna have a boyfriend. She feels like the next time she comes forward, it has to be manufactured for sure, and nobody can see her. I feel like in high school and stuff, she was kind of the person. I pick up that energy because, like I said, I don't know too much about her. I just saw that video, and I saw some people have spoken about her history, and I saw one of her videos she did a long time ago, other than the one that I saw now, that she did. Well, aside from the apologies, just her as an influencer, a YouTuber, The other one that I saw was of her singing, and I have a strong sense that she was like the kind of like the odd kid, which a lot of Aquarius are. We're usually the ones that are misunderstood. So because of that, because of her upbringing, she felt like misplaced, and you know, she felt like people didn't understand her. I have a strong sense that because of that, she felt like, okay, I need to come up with a way that people are going to like me. So when she started getting this attention and started making all this money, which some of it I don't think she's making as much money as she says from what I can see, but she is it's all about image. Same thing with Tati Westbrook. I see a very similar personality. So, and with Paris Hilton, another Aquarius. So with 6 of Swords, 4 of Cups, she's going to hide her real emotions, as most Aquarius do. I tend to do that sometimes. I've learned not to be so robotic, because we can have a tendency where we can be very robotic, but to have a humane characteristic, and by that, like, not be this like nothing affects me, you know. It's okay to show people you're affected. It's okay to show people you're hurt. Of course there is a place and a time, but you can't have a shell all the time. You can't be a shell of yourself all the time. So with Page of Swords, like I said, she's going to test the water. She might get into like art. I get acting. She might get into acting. She just wants to be famous and relevant, because a part of her from her childhood feels like she has to heal. That, feels like she needs to be noticed. And because of that, it means to me that she probably needs to heal that aspect of herself. I would encourage her to get therapy. She seriously needs therapy, and it's unfortunate because people like this often don't get therapy, but she definitely needs it. I feel like she might have had a very religious upbringing, and I'm not talking down upon religion. I just feel like sometimes when people do have a religious upbringing, they kind of suppress how they feel, because they're like, okay, Jesus is gonna save me, okay, this religion is gonna save me, but at the end of the day, you need to deal with your trauma somehow. So with the Tower and the Temperance, okay, I'm not exactly picking up anything strong about this Tower. Okay, now I just got something. Okay, this happened out of the blue, and it happened to humble her. But with 8 of Pentacles and 7 of Cups, she feels like she got screwed over. She feels like somebody was out to get her. Very similar to Ellen. You know, when Ellen, it was a chance for her to grow. She was like, somebody's out to get me. But if people are out to get you and they don't have anything to get you about, then they won't get you. But you can't be behaving like this and then blame other people. But she's gonna blame other people and her fan base, because she does have a strong fan base. Like I said, Aquarius, just like with Tati Westbrook, she has her fan base, even regardless of what she's done, how she's shown herself, in my opinion, to be dishonest and, I don't want to say fraud, but for lack of better word, a fraud. Just very shady. A lot of YouTubers are very shady people, especially when they aren't really giving a product, like, and when they do make products, because they don't know how to make products, they end up messing it up. So she is gonna have still her fan base. I see a lot of men being her fan base, which is very unfortunate, because the people having kids with women like this are men that let them get away with treating their children like this. So it's really on men too. Like, we can say single mothers, narcissistic single mothers are like this, like that, but who's having kids with these people? It's both sides. So with the Wheel card, I see her moving forward from this and coming back. She's still going to get lots of hate, but because she's going to have like the perfect image, because she's very image based, people that are superficial like her, I believe, are going to still follow her. So I pulled a card. I pulled a card and it says you are pure magic. Let me clarify that, because I think it might be that she doesn't have to do all this extra stuff to be noticed, and all of us have magic within us, including her child, that needs to be noticed. It's not about the antics, it's not about the extras, it's just about being authentic, and really being authentic, not being like a half. Yes, with the Justice, Three of Wands, that's what I imagine it to be. That it doesn't have to be Nine of Cups, Queen of Wands, suggests to me that she needs to heal from her past, and Knight of Pentacles. So yeah, that's what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed that. Leave a comment below, let me know what you think of the situation. I'm actually considering getting in touch with somebody around the child, but we'll see what's going on about that. I actually really feel for that child, because as somebody that's been through an upbringing similar to that, I can guarantee you it's going to take him years to get over feeling inadequate, feeling like your feelings are invalid, and feeling the intense pressure of needing to be something that your mother will never accept. So I wish him well. I actually prayed for him last night, and I'll continue to do so, because it's time that we stood up for children and stop making excuses for bad parenting. Take care.